They wouldn't let me come to D.C. They said I couldn't fight in D.C. They said, keep them up north. Send them to Maine. Maybe Vermont. Drive them right through Connecticut, but don't let them go to D.C. Well, I'm in D.C. Ricky Bobby Robbie is in D.C. Such a great time last night, meeting different people from ARG, getting to know you, getting to know what I've known for 15 years, how you guys differentiate yourselves, the quality of what you bring, your clients, and why people want to work with you. So it was lovely to get to meet different facets of the organization last night. Really enjoyed it. And we're hoping to have a great time today and into the evening. But a little bit about Granite. I think you all know us. We've been around since 2002. But what we're doing now and how you might know us is evolving, just like our whole industry from that end of things. Starting out as we did, as transport and parts lines from that end of things to what we're doing now and what Rob and some other teammates here at Granite excel at is what we do for our clients. And I think what's really important is that we listen in this evolution to our clients, to where they want to go. Not what we want to do, but what they want to do. What's their mission? And I think what helps us be a little bit more effective for our clients is, how we are, how we're made up. We're privately held. So people aren't coming in and telling Granite, we need you to go this way. We want you to go in this direction. This is the shiny bauble now. Run towards it. We don't do that. So being private allows us to really listen to what our clients want and go from there. And I think after working at different organizations before coming here in the last 3 years, it keeps us a little bit more fluid for the people that we work with. And Rob's going to go into it a little bit more on how we can hear really what our customer is asking for and move with it, if we can do it. If we can't, we're not your cybersecurity company. We're any type of transport that you need to communicate, to stay in touch with your clients, your employees, in the most expedient way. What else do I feel is valuable in that part of things is that you have to be able to change. What we did, and as you mentioned with Zoom, even in the last 5 years, where we were in the last 5 years, we're even a different organization than we were 5 years ago. And what we do very well is we listen to our clients. And I think, Rob, if you can take them a little bit further into what that means in your role and what we see in Granite, how that's changed our evolution, I think that'll take this maybe up a notch.
Yeah. Thanks, Colm. So how many people in this room have not heard of Granite? Great. So I'm about to change maybe some perception that you have about Granite. I started Granite 12 years ago. I was one of the first employees to not get compensated on any copper infrastructure, which was our backbone of our business. So fast forward to now, we've come to a technology company with innovation and products and solutions that all of our customers want, because all of them are buying solutions differently now. They're not just going to AT&T or to Verizon and having them get an order, get a FOC date, just a very antiquated way of doing business, passing spreadsheets around, wasting time, having to call your account manager and say, hey, what's up with that circuit? Or hey, what's up with this service? What's up with that install date? Oh, the PM left. Like, there's no continuity in that process. And for companies that have thousands of locations, that's not scalable. And they need tons of people to actually do that. So they need to scale down and use and AI. So that's what we built. We spent the last 2 or 3 years investing around $30 million in our internal systems so we can give that one pane of glass for our customers, which is the Granite 360 platform, which is what we showcase to our customers, what we showcase to our partners, and that is what every customer wants. We show it to Fortune 500 companies, and they say, this is exactly what we wanted for so long. So we're 70% rolled out. We've already started to see the fruits of that rollout, but really kind of tip to tail from a telco perspective and a voice and data perspective and managed services, looping that all into one platform for a customer to be able to log in, click on an address, figure out all the providers that are available at that location, be able to pick what circuit they want, click it, and no one at Granite touches it, only goes directly API to the carrier. We've built all these integrations with all the carriers, about 180 throughout the US and Canada, and be able to see every step of the way that circuit process, like a Domino's pizza tracker. That's how people think now, and that's what they want. Like when I had twins last year, we ran out
Beautiful twins.
You're beautiful. Yeah. We ran out of baby wipes. We had baby wipes that were irritating my son's bottom, so then we had to pivot to the sensitivity ones. So I went on Amazon, picked the wipes I wanted, and they came to my door within, between a 2 and 5 window. And that's what customers want. That's what they expect. They want to be able to buy everything on their phone or through a portal, not to talk to everyone, and just get things done that they need to get done. So the velocity of doing business is what Granite's trying to change and what we've kind of started to do. So being able to order circuits on demand, being able to send a technician out anywhere in the country within 4 hours. We do this for the US Post Office, and this technology is actually used by AT&T now. They're actually our biggest user of it. So being able to have that easy button for the customer versus having to, oh my God, who do I call? Who do I reach out to for all these different types of things? I think that's what the Granite 360 platform is, and it's a powerful tool to help your existing customers and also to approach new prospects. That's something that we're super excited about, and I think is going to be a big benefit for everyone. So Colm.
Well, like what you're saying, it's taken that higher end client, and we're not going to get into mentioning names or where Rob and Angela work quite a bit, but they work with that higher end VC client that says, I'm going to roll out across the whole country this idea that's working in New England. It's working with 40 locations, but I'm not making the quan, like why I'm in the ring, the quan. I'm not making the quan I need until I roll out 3,000 of these. So where Rob's going and what Granite 360 does and what they don't want to manage 15 people. They want to manage what, Rob, 5?
Yeah, if that. So that kind of leads into some of our customer base. We just started working with a coffee shop that's just got private equity funding from Blackstone, which is the largest private equity money in the world. And their goal is to be at 3,200 locations in 5 years. How do you roll at 3,500 locations, brand new, a mix of franchise and corporate-owned stores? How do you do that? How do you give the easy button to that customer to be able to order all the services they need? So they've developed a portal to basically be able to go in, hey, I need 6 coffee pots. I need 14 desks, like all the different things that a store would actually need. A franchisee can log in and order all that stuff. And we built an API directly into that platform for them to be able to say, all right, I need my Fortinet stack. I need this many APs because my square footage is this big. I need my digital display boards. I need a circuit, another redundant circuit, and I need someone to manage everything and coordinate with my GCs across 3,200 locations to actually implement the solution. So how do we do that? We built the platform, Granite 360. Now we can API it directly into that customer's model. So it's sexy for the franchisee instead of some antiquated way of doing business. And it's kind of full circle. So then we receive all the equipment that location has, put it in our warehouse, we kit it, palletize it, ship it out to the site, our installers grab it, rack and stack it, put it all into the exact specs that customer needs, and then we're off and running while we're managing the carriers for the circuit drop and all that stuff. And then day 2 support, any piece of equipment that we installed, we can replace in 4 hours. We have depots all around the country to be able to do that. So we do this a lot for disparate companies that have lots of locations geographically. So that's really our niche. I mean, big business, multi-location, being the easy button for that IT team so they can focus on how am I gonna use AI to leverage within the business. So that's kind of one of the stories I had.
But what's important, though, is with the tenure and bringing it back to Granite, because it is a little bit about us and you. But what I love about it, and what I think you'll love about it, is the tenure that this team has at Granite. The people that Rob works with, the people that Angela works with. He can go back to that same VC customer and say, you know what? I solved this problem for another client 3 years ago, and here's what we did. When there was no transport, there was nothing that was hardwired there. We built this out 3 years ago to be primary on wireless for failover. And then we brought in we did the build out for the other conduit that you needed. But we led with this and it worked. So I have a track record of making this happen. And at the meeting that we're not at, that resonates to your clients that are trying to fund or go towards where we go, towards the growth market. That's really where we're trying to focus in on. And having that depth at Granite, the tenure of people really helps us build confidence with your clients.
Yeah. I mean, we rely on our history, but to innovate, we have a 20-plus year track record of growing organically with customers. We've grown revenue-wise $90 billion every single year. So just listening to our customers, adding more products, more solutions to actually implement all that stuff. And we did it through spreadsheets for a long time. Now we're doing it through technology platforms, AI, machine learning, which all of our customers, that's how they want to consume services now. So I think it's hugely valuable for all of us, and it's a way we can all make money in our sleep. Once they get used to the platform, get used to interacting with the platform, it's the easy part. It might be more expensive or whatever, but it's easier for them to click, grab something, versus having to call and do all the research. We do all that stuff for them. And we've been doing it for 23 years, and we give them all that technology right in their fingertips. So
that's our story.
That's all we got.